Well, hello there, Sagittarius. It's so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy. And today we are going to do your February reading. So let's jump into it. Let's see what is on the horizon for you. Cleansing waters, purification activates vibrant life force. And then we have Bobcat Spirit, the number 8, life is a mystery. There's a sense here, the North Node recently moved into Pisces, and I actually did a video on that, and I'll have it linked at the end of this video. This is very, very Piscean energy, the water element of it, but also the spiritual essence of kind of like allowing yourself to see how certain things have played out in your life that are going to help you to step into a bright new future. This is kind of like the energy where, something in the past that seemed detrimental at the time actually is bringing a sense of renew to you. Okay, this is a sense of a little bit of Phoenix rising from the ashes, but it's in the water element, right? An energy of coming back to life after a long time of feeling perhaps like there wasn't any, it says vibrant life force, right? You could have felt like, oh my goodness, I completely lost my mojo. I don't know how to move forward. I'm just going to keep on keeping on and hope that works out. This is really about you really reconnecting to who you are and why you are here. Both of these are life purpose. In fact, I feel drawn. I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to pull a couple of life purpose cards for you. Just see how, this is a general reading, but just see how this resonates for you, because I feel like this is you coming into your sense of why you are here and understanding that in the past certain things had to occur, especially with Pluto in Capricorn for 15, 16 years. And I know we keep talking about that because it was so detrimental, especially to Sagittarians. So it's kind of like understanding the impact that had on you, becoming invigorated about life after that, right? This sense of refresh. But also understanding that the difficult things that occurred during that time have helped you to step into this, I feel like, look, you have the spiritual teacher and healer here. It is interesting because we cannot become a spiritual teacher, a healer, unless we have had to walk the path of healing ourselves. This is the energy where you have done the healing. You could be finished. We never finish healing, right? Totally. But this is the energy where you're coming towards the end of a healing cycle in your life, having to heal from traumatic incidences, especially maybe in the last 15, 16 years. But now understanding that if those situations had not occurred, right, as difficult as they were, you couldn't step onto this new path of being a healer, a teacher for others, a guide, right? I feel like a lot of the people called to my channel that are inspired to come in are healers, teachers, mystics, guides, in whatever capacity that is for you, in wherever your spiritual gifts lie. That's going to be different for each individual, but you have some type of, there is a mission here that is coming out for you. You're understanding that you had to go through those difficult times in order to have the compassion, the empathy, the skills, the wisdom in order to help other people. For some of you, you have the writing. You could literally be writing a book. We have Uranus moving into Gemini in July. That's all about communicating, okay? And that's for all of us. But it's kind of like we're all going to want to share. We're going to be called to kind of share our stories. This could be coming up for you now, the idea of writing a book, or maybe you've had that for some time, but you haven't kind of like understood how the past has played a part of the book that you're writing. It could even be, a fiction book. It does not have to be nonfiction. It could be fictional. And yet at the same time, you're using experiences in your own life to give to the characters in your book. There's an underlying message in your book that you're trying to get across to the reader. There's something here you may be, it says, protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. So you could be changing your career, maybe not drastically, but maybe over the course of 2025, getting the idea in February to kind of like launch a new career, spending more time perhaps writing. And it doesn't have to be a book. It could be maybe you're going to write a screenplay, right? Or maybe you're going to write a book of poetry to help others heal. Maybe you are going to write some nonfiction book about your healing journey or helping other people to learn more about how to use spiritual practices, or to look at their own journey, right? And to help them to learn the lessons, to gain the insight and wisdom. Yeah, I feel like you do have a good opportunity. I'm asking about February. You do have a good opportunity coming in here. There is a sense that you're just repeating, right? You're kind of like maybe at this time feeling like it's just the same thing over and over again. I'm not getting ahead. And it could be, I'm not getting ahead financially. I'm not getting ahead in my career. I'm not feeling fulfilled in my life, right? It's the same old, same old. And is it ever going to change? This is you understanding that you get back your vibrant life force when you step into the energy of taking a look at understanding how the difficult situations in your life have created your purpose, because that is what purpose is all about. It's about transforming your painful experiences into helping other people heal. Yeah, oh my gosh. And then look at the very first card that comes out is the teacher card, right? You are a spiritual teacher. You're no longer a student. I think for some time, maybe you've been on this spiritual journey of learning more about spirituality, learning more. Yeah, look, the 10 of Wands, you're dropping the burdens. I feel like you're dropping the burdens of feeling like you have to either please other people, or you have to stick to what you always thought was your career or your belief system or whatever it is. It's kind of like you're being activated. I love that word, activate, right? You are truly being activated to stepping into an energy of being a teacher for others. Okay, let's see. Yeah, after a long time. My goodness. For some of you, you may be wanting to go back to school, but it doesn't mean you have to go back to school, okay? It could be you're taking an online certification course, or you're, just taking some courses that you're finding online, or you're reading some books, or whatever it is. Some of you, it's about writing in your journal. If you haven't, you may just want to sit down and kind of like write out what has occurred for you, at least during Pluto and Capricorn since 2008, allowing yourself to write out the story of your life, not for necessarily anybody else, but for yourself. Because I feel like when you do that, it's almost like you gain even greater insight about how much wisdom you have gained, how you have helped yourself heal, what are some of the things that you brought into your life in order for you to heal. So it could be you've discovered Reiki, you've discovered crystals, you've discovered the importance of being in nature. You've discovered salt baths, being in water, being near water. All of those are healing. You could have learned how to read tarot, right? You could have learned the importance of journaling. Because I feel like there's something here where you're kind of like unlocking that for yourself. Unlocking about, it's almost like you're connecting dots, I want to say, about why something happened and the importance of something difficult in your life and how it is helping you to step onto a completely new path, right? Wisdom. Wisdom comes from experience and reflection. And I mean, we can't make that up, right? I mean, here I am, I'm saying, that the wisdom, you're gaining the wisdom, the insight from what you have experienced. To perhaps, look at that. He has all those books there, but it is about going back, perhaps reflecting on your own life, reflecting on your own path to gain that extra bit of wisdom of how you can now share the wisdom that you have gained with other people, or the healing energies that you have with other people. Yeah, because I feel like this is difficult energy that you are ready to get rid of. You have, the never-ending story. It's telling yourself a new story. That's what it is. It's understanding that right now you may be focusing on what has occurred in the past and the difficulty of it. It's about rewriting that story and allowing yourself to say, wow, I'm so glad that happened because now I am wiser, right? I am a healer. I see the bigger picture in life. I understand why I'm here. I understand what I have to offer to the world. It's been a long journey. We had the 10 and the 9, maybe even 19 years. Okay. So that might go back to 2006. That is so interesting because I'm thinking 2006. I was just thinking about that the other day. Pluto moved into Capricorn in 2008. I almost kind of feel like that whole scenario really kind of almost started in 2006 for me. So maybe it did for you too. Is understanding that it's been a long battle. Let's just face it. It was difficult. You're a Sagittarian. I am a Gemini sun, and we have very similar energies because we're opposite signs. And the Pluto and Capricorn energy was horrendous for both of us, for our signs. So it's kind of like understanding that is over. The worst is over. No longer are you dwelling on the story of the past. Instead, you're taking the wisdom of it and you're allowing yourself to become a teacher, a guide for other people. Having the ability to love what has occurred so that you can share it lovingly with others. This is very much about be careful of your words, right? Because your words create your reality, and you have the magician here. It's kind of like allowing yourself to strategize in a loving way, perhaps how you can help other people. If I'm going to say to you too, is that if you tried to start some type of spiritual business in the past and it didn't really take off, there is this energy of understanding it wasn't quite the right time. You maybe had to gain some deeper insight or deeper wisdom, or the universe knew your future clients or audience, whoever you're wanting to share your insight, your wisdom, your gifts with, wasn't quite ready yet. This is the energy of understanding there is an opportunity. Ace of Pentacles is a gift from the universe that is coming on, that is going to help you to take a different direction moving forward. And it's not based just on the 3D, it's about using your ability to co-create with spirit in order to create and manifest, because you have the magician here, so you're manifesting the experience that you want in the 3D. So you're using your 5D, your intuition, your co-creation energies with spirit to help heal people on the earthly plane, but at the same time also bringing in the abundance, the fulfillment, the happiness, the joy that will create the experience you want in the 3D. In other words, you're really co-creating. You're really and truly stepping into an energy of co-creating. Yeah, you have the Ascended Masters. Intuition and manifestation again. The Ascended Masters are with you. So Ascended Masters are people that walked on this earth and have transitioned into the spirit world, but are coming back. Part of their job is to kind of come back in the spirit realm to help you on your path. So this could be other spiritual teachers that are coming in, understanding 2025 is a huge awakening. 2026 is even bigger, right? Understanding that you are part of that, and they're coming in, helping you on this journey. And in that, you are also able to manifest what your heart truly desires to experience in adventure, in romance, in financial abundance, in the 3D. It's having the courage to say, all right, I'm willing to try manifesting. You're actually manifesting in a different way. Instead of thinking, I have to work really hard, Capricorn energy, to work really hard, or I have to just trudge along. Ugh, this is that, right? It's kind of like, I want these experiences, but they're so hard for me to bring in. Well, this is aligning with the spirit world, okay, in order to manifest what it is that you're wanting to experience, but you're using your spiritual gifts, your talents, your insight, your wisdom, your creative abilities in order to manifest it. So for some of you, you could really be changing careers if you've been in a corporate business or having more of what we might call like a 3D career, right? Nothing wrong with that, but you're allowing yourself to step into seeing, how can I change my attitude, the way that I'm looking at my career, and perhaps changing your career to be in alignment as a spiritual teacher and healer. Wow, powerful energy here, Sagittarius. Okay, so let's have also, I don't know what else to say except that there is this bright light for you. You're understanding life can be so much more magical and amazing when you allow yourself to use your intuition and co-create with spirit and share your spiritual insight and gifts with others. Okay, so let's pull a soul truth card. I also am going to say that Pisces, Virgo, nodal transit, and that, I think I put it up around the 11th. I will have it linked at the end of this video. Really talks about the magic, because Pisces is all about magic. So with the North Node in Pisces right now, we have 18 months of magical wonder that is playing out for us. So please go watch that, because there was some really good information in the introduction about how we can use this energy to kind of really tap into that magic and manifest what it is that our heart truly desires. And Sagittarius, I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, am I willing? Yeah, you are on the edge of something great. That is all I can say about this reading. I'm going to read the rest of this, but that is exactly what this is, Sagittarius. This is understanding you are on the brink of something great. You really are. This energy that you have been dealing with for perhaps 19 years, okay, is coming to an end. It's about allowing yourself to rewrite the story. It's not about focusing on all the bad, because I know I've been there, right? And I would say I can totally relate to this kind of energy, right? But when we only allow ourselves to see the bad in a long stretch, okay, then all we're doing is going to repeat that. This is you saying, oh, wait a minute. I see the good in everything. Not saying that it wasn't painful at the time, but you're also on the other side of it and you're seeing, oh my goodness, this has helped me to open up to seeing the world in a completely different way, right? Okay, so let's read the rest of this. Yes, there is risk, uncertainty, and imperfections lie ahead. Failure is certain and vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. And I want to say, I thought you have the courage card, right? It's allowing yourself to say, I'm not going to focus on the bad of the past. I'm going to take all the insight, the wisdom, the gifts, the talent. You could have opened up to some new spiritual gifts or creative abilities. When we, what they're saying is that when we go through trials and tribulations, we learn that we are stronger than we ever knew, right? We have perseverance, we have strength, we have the courage to continue. And the difficult things that you have been through, they're behind you. They're behind you. So it's about rewriting that story and saying, how can I use what I've learned in order to be a healer, a teacher for others? All right, I'm going to leave it there, Sagittarius. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And I really appreciate all your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.